First up, at the UFC Edmonton main card, we have Mike Malott taking on Trevin Giles. Mike Malott, 10-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off the insane last-second loss to Neil Magny. Taking on Trevin Giles, 16-6 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's on a 2-fight skid. Mike Malott, we just got to get the hate out of our heart and break this down nice and clean. Mike Malott, a well-rounded guy. Loose striking style, allows him to box and kickbox comfortably. Technically sound, he manages range pretty well. He doesn't have a specific background, and he's a true MMA fighter. He has 5 fights in the UFC. He has 2 knockdowns, a knockout, 3 submission wins, and most recently was dominating Neil Magny before getting smoked with like 30 seconds left. He's taking on Trevin Giles. Trevin Giles is also a wildly athletic guy. He's got a good jab. He's pretty light in his feet. He does a nice job working in and out of range. He throws in combinations. He'll reset. At one point in time, they talked about he's got the best jab in MMA. Good takedown defense has 71% because he is very athletic, and he uses that athleticism to keep his hips moving. He sets a nice pace. He's usually in fights for a good amount of time, but he did look a little out of sorts last fight where he wasn't throwing like crazy. He was kind of reserved and then ultimately got knocked out by Carlos Prates. If you're still mad at Mike Malott for losing to Neil Magny, I get it. The dude was a tremendous favorite. He was also dominating that fight and looked like a tremendous favorite. And then he straight up quit. The fight got a little bit tough. He was in a little bit of trouble and he straight up quit. What are you laughing at? Oh, Clayton Bigsby?
No.
Oh, this? Yeah, I'll pop a tit out. You send $100.
Oh, my God. Dude, somebody's going to fucking do that now.
Oh, no. Not $100.
I think we'll get banned. You start doing sexual favors for money.
Is that... Anyway.
You can't do that.
Mike Malott screwed a lot of people in his last fight. He also showed that he's a bit of a quitter, and he has a quit button. And I think we're getting a quitter's discount on this line. Minus 250 seems like a very favorable line. He is a good fighter. He's got good hands. He's got good wrestling. He's well-rounded. He should be faster. He should be stronger. He should be the way better wrestler. I'm going to pick Mike Malott. I do have, I mentioned in the quick picks video, Vietnam-style flashbacks of him on his back with 30 seconds left, quitting. Quitting twice in a row. Quitting twice in a row would be absolutely insane. I think Mike Malott gets it done
in the Vietnam War? Did you?
I think Mike Malott gets it done, and I think.
How old were you when that broke out?
Yeah, I wasn't alive. Right? Yeah, I was right there.
You were just under the draft.
I used my Italian passport. I dodged the draft with my Italian passport. I do have an Italian passport.
Whoa, Angelo the draft dodger. Heard it here first. Folks, whoa, stumbling over the words. We've got the draft dodger, Angelo. Yeah, let's go ahead.
I'm trying to find his passport. I don't know where it is. Who do you think wins, Jakey boy?
It's not good. Shouldn't be losing passports. Listen.
It's an Italian passport. So.
Excuse me. If you're Mike Malott, this is the fight that, you should win. More rustling and bustling in the background, if you don't mind. Yeah, just keep going.
I can't find it, so passport's gone.
This should be a fight that you win. I mean, Trevin Giles is a guy that in his last 6 fights, honestly, could almost be 0-6 in his last 6 fights. He finds ways to lose fights. The Carlos Prates fight, right? He was having too much success, ended up getting knocked out. Gabriel Bonfim right into a guillotine for no real reason. Preston Parsons basically blew that fight going for an armbar late. That was, I think, my lock of the week versus Trevin Giles. Luis Koska was his one win that was actually a win. That was a decision win. Luis Koska is on the fucking regional scene for Uriah Faber's promotion these days. Loses to Michael Morales, loses the DDP, which is nothing too crazy at 185. And then his last win before that was the Roman Dolidze win, where Trevin was my lock of the week. And I think we both know that Trevin probably did not win that fight. So really, he could be 0-6 in his last 6 fights pretty easily. Like I said earlier, when you're changing weight classes to get an advantage of somebody, you know that you don't have the skills to compete at your natural weight class. Obviously, this is probably a more natural weight class at 170, and it's not his first fight at 170 being Trevin Giles, but he was moving down to try to find an advantage. He hasn't found it yet. And I think Mike Malott's got all the tools to probably just get this fight to the ground and out-grapple him. But if you want to mess around on the feet, Trevin's shown he can be chinny as well. So I like Mike Malott here. If you're losing to Trevin, then you're not that fucking dude. You better fucking smoke this guy, get it done early, and do what you got to do in front of the home fans. So I'm on Mike Malott. I feel pretty good about it. I feel like I know Trevin pretty well. I picked against him for lock of the week. I picked him lock of the week. Got a great jab. And if Mike Malott starts hanging out on the outside and thinking he's just going to box with this guy and touch this guy, he's going to get his fucking nose busted in, and he's going to be tired, and then things get weird. Trevin Giles is a very good jab, very good boxer, but he also can get hit, he can get taken down and stuff like that. So should be Mike Malott win.
Yeah, I mean, we're on the same page here. Here is the passport. I found it. Angelo's Italian passport. Here, let me cover some.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try to show that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good call. I'm an American citizen and an Italian citizen. So, yeah. And somebody asked, how did I get that? Because my parents are immigrants, so I'm just one step removed. Anyway, we're both on the same page here. I genuinely, what?
What is the supreme law of the land? Is it A, the Declaration of Independence, B, the Bill of Rights, C, the Constitution, or D, the Mayflower Compact? What is the supreme law of the land?
The Constitution. America, baby.
That's correct.
Okay, we're not doing that.
How many amendments are there? 12, 101, 10, or 27?
27. Can we be done with this, please?
That's
Thank
correct.
you.
I want to make sure that I'm a little bit concerned now that you're not actually an American citizen. We're going to figure this the fuck out.
I am also, here's the American.
Speaking of, how many amendments make up the Bill of Rights?
I got both.
27, 10,
92,
5, or 3.
92.
27, 10, 5, or 3. Bill of Rights.
I'm done here. I'm trying to break down these fights. What?
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'm trying to break down. There's 10. Anyway, Mike Malott, 10-2. I think he's 11-2. I think this matchup is this matchup for a reason. And I think he's going to get it done. I mentioned it several times over. I think we get the quitters discount here. Minus 250 should get it done. Trevin Giles, like you said, is a guy that can just pump that jab and make something happen. WeWantPicks.com. Click becoming members. $10 for an entire month to unlock all the picks, the bets, the round line leans, and everything else.
Here you go.
I'm done with the dumbass questions.
What's the First Amendment grant? Is it protection of property, freedom of religion,
speech,
right to a fair trial, or the right to bear arms?
The First Amendment?
Yep.
It's the freedom of speech.
Is it protection of property, freedom of religion, the right to a fair trial, or the right to bear arms?
It's none of those.
Got to pick one. There's none of the above, Angelo.
First Amendment, freedom of speech. Like, you're just making shit up now to tell me I'm wrong? Anyway.
These are what it says. You got to pick one.
We're done here. $1.99 from Brian Velasquez. He basically sent $1.99 twice. This one says, can we get Jake on OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., on Prize Picks to do some picks? Jacob doesn't do the extra videos. Would you like to break down some Prize Picks for the people, Jacob boy?
I don't think Prize doesn't pay me shit.
There we go. Well, that's not true. It's calculated into everything.
Well, I don't pay much.
First time you're figuring that out.
Do you know that if you use Artem's promo code, Artem makes more per premium transaction than I do?
Well, that's true. He makes more per premium transaction than I do.
Double.
He makes more than I do, stupid.
Almost double.
Artem gets 50%. If you sign up for premium using his code, he gets 50%. I don't get 50%. You don't get 50%.
Double.
Josh doesn't get. He gets more than all of us per transaction of his promo code. It's just how that, more than all of us. Promo code Artem. Don't use his promo code because we